Salam alaikum, shalom, grüß Gott, bonjour, privet, dobar dan, and welcome to this video. In this one I will talk about how to best the sound of the Audiolab 6000A Play using several components. Now, I had to spend more than 2,000 euros to do that, because the 6000A Play really sounds amazing, in my opinion, with my speakers in this room. Now, what did I have to do? I bought this amp, the Cambridge Audio 851A. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this word correctly. Azur 851A, something like that. Now, this is an integrated amplifier. As my streamer, I have the NuPrime Omnia WR1 powered by this power bank, because that sounds better than using the wall socket. And as the DAC, because it sounds better than the built-in DAC of the Omnia, I use this beautiful looking and amazing sounding ProJect DAC box S2 Plus. This is nothing but amazing. I mean, when I say nothing but amazing, I mean filter number 1, I think it is called Optimum Transient. That is really a game changer, or it was a game changer in my system. This DAC really does it. So, all these together cost more than 2,000 euros. And this is about 1 grand. Of course, you can get it cheaper. And if you want to, you can also pay more, but why should you? Now, I'm comparing these two because the sound signature is quite similar. It has a very neutral sound to it. Both of these amps have a very neutral sounding laid back mid-range. Fast bass and treble that I would call not lively, but not really rolled off. The only time I called something rolled off was the high frequencies, the treble of the ELAC Unify, the first version of that one. So very neutral when it comes to treble and mid-range, and punchy and fast and snappy when it comes to the bass. And in my experience, the thing that separates these two systems the most is the bass, because the Cambridge Audio 851A has much more power, and you can hear that, or I can hear that with my speakers, the ELAC WR. So it has not only more bass, it has also tighter bass. So that's when I say bass quality and quantity goes to the Cambridge. And when it comes to DACs, I think the DAC implementation in the Audiolab is amazing. And let me tell you why I think that. Using the Omnia, which has the ESS Saber 9018 built in, we have the same DAC, because this has the same DAC chip. But still, the Audiolab sounded better. And I mean, really, the whole experience was better. But for the bass, okay? This has always the better bass. It doesn't matter if I use the DAC built into the NuPrime, or if I use the external DAC, the ProJect one. This has more and tighter bass, but still using the Omnia only, I would choose the Audiolab. But let's talk about my game changer, and that is the DAC Box S2 Plus by ProJect. That took it to another level, and I mean detail in the mid-range, this snappy upper bass, this pitch black background, and this noiseless background. This DAC is really a game changer in this case. So I'm very curious if, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't sound much better than the Audiolab, but I can hear the difference. It is enough to say this sounds better, this system overall. Now, that's what makes me curious about the Audiolab Omnia, because the Audiolab Omnia has the same DAC built in, like this tiny little thing, the 9038. So I guess there is a difference. I guess, and I'm just guessing, the Omnia will not have the bass power of the Cambridge, but maybe the same mid-range transparency as this system has. So still, I will keep this unit. Why? Because the sound is so close to each other that I don't want to go with 3 different boxes. And this sounds amazing. And in my room, I don't need more bass. The bass quality is so good with this one that I can rely on it, and I can say, okay, these few percentages I get more with this one. I say, okay, I don't need them. I will keep the Audiolab because it is one device, and there is one more thing I have to mention. This streamer has some kind of strange Spotify bug. It doesn't play the first half of a second of each song. So when I click on a song, it starts half of a second later. And I know I could go with another streamer, but I think sound-wise, this is a really good unit. So I guess I will keep it until they release an update, and then I could make a video about it. I asked I asked NuPrime maybe 1 or 2 months ago, but they didn't reply. So I asked them to give me a solution or anything I can do, or if I have to wait for an update, and they didn't reply. So yeah, I guess that is it. I already sold this one, and I will ship it tomorrow and keep my beloved Audiolab. So all in all, if you want this, or if you like this kind of sound, you will like both systems. If you want more power, you will have to go with the Cambridge Audio 851A, and I think it will drive power-hungry speakers much better than the Audiolab. And when it comes to power hunger, these ELAC Wähler are mediocre in that regard. I think they sound good or sometimes amazing. In this case, it sounds amazing. With this M2 and with this system too, I would say with power-hungry speakers, go with the Cambridge Audio, and with not power-hungry speakers, this sounds perfectly fine. if you like the sound signature. So I hope I will have the chance to test something like the Roxanne streaming amplifier, this Tester series, or something from Quad Artera Solus Play, or just Artera Solus, and the Marantz PM7000N or the Model 40N, and so on and so forth. There are so many amps I would love to hear, but for now this is an amazing unit. It sounds good. Spotify Connect works perfectly fine. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work perfectly fine because the volume attenuation goes in 2 big steps. That is something I don't like, but sound-wise, it is amazing. Sound-wise, this 6000A Play makes Spotify Connect without hi-fi, without the hi-fi version, sound really, really, really amazing. So that is something that impressed me a lot, because it is, you know, just Spotify, but it sounds amazing. And I will sell this, or I sold this one, and I hope that Cambridge will release amps or an amp sounding like this, but with a streaming solution built into it. Something like the 851N built into the A. I think that would be a greater success than the, how is it called, Cambridge Evo 150 or something. They have the streaming amplifier. I will not test that one because I'm not that curious how that sounds, but the NAD M10 V2 or the NAD C700, the Roxanne Atessa streaming amplifier, and just name it. If I did forgot an important or an interesting amp, just write it down in the comments and I will look for it. I will take the chance if I get one. And so let me know if I did forget anything, or if I misunderstood anything, if there is a mistake in my video. Let me know. Never judge gear by its review. If you have the chance, listen for yourself, and that is what I did. That is what I did, and I really like both systems. And see you in the next one. Have a nice day or night whenever you watch this, and bye-bye.